Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Curator Within. I'm Julie, your guide and reminder to just look within because your path is personal and your path is yours. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about something we all experience, and that is fear. More specifically, I want to talk about how we can start to recognize where fear is coming up in our lives and move through it with courage and self compassion. So, I want to break down a little bit what is fear? Fear is literally just our brain protecting us. We are wired for survival. So our brain is protecting us not only from, a bear that might be coming up, but it's also replaying past experiences and past stories. And we're also avoiding judgment and rejection and abandonment along the way. So it's important to just recognize when you have those fear moments coming up because sometimes they come so quickly it seems like it's just a decision that you made. Sometimes that fear rises so quickly you're so scared and you just decide, no, I can't do that. That's not for me. That's not something I want to do. And when in reality, it is something that you really want. You're just too scared to take the first step. So I want to share with you 5 ways that you can start overcoming your fear today. It's all about becoming aware of the fear. It's not about judging ourselves for being scared. It's okay to be scared, and we can then take the necessary steps to take action. Sometimes we have to recognize the difference between something that is truly a threat and something that is going to provide us growth. Because getting outside of our comfort zone is scary, and getting outside of our comfort zone is how we grow. So, recognizing that fear is holding you back from your growth is very important. So, the first step in overcoming your fear is taking action. And you can align that action with affirmations along the way to build that trust in yourself. But the biggest thing that we can do is recognize that a fear has come up and then take action. And you can start with something small. If you have some fears, maybe you're afraid of an elevator, maybe you're afraid of taking an elevator, go ahead and start taking the elevator, maybe with a friend. Maybe you just take it up one floor. If it feels too big to start, just take smaller steps, but don't stop taking the steps. It's very important because once we take action, we will build momentum, which will build confidence. It's kind of like a muscle that you have to build. And over time, if you don't use that muscle, if you give in to every fear you have, it's going to atrophy. So it's okay if you're feeling a little stuck right now. Just continue to listen and we will overcome that together. The next step is number 2, which is going to be journaling. We can use journaling in many different ways. We can use it to express gratitude. We can use it as a stream of consciousness and just kind of write out what's going on in our head. Another way that we can journal is to track our progress. And when it comes to fear, fear can make us feel like we didn't make any progress. Fear can make us feel like we've never overcome anything hard in our lives, and that fear can drop on us in an instant. So it's very important to just start tracking your progress. Start with something small, and once you overcome it, write it down. You could write the date, you could write how you felt when you overcame that fear, and then continue to remind yourself that you are capable and that you can do it, and align your action with the affirmations and with the journaling, and it's all going to build from there. The third thing that you're going to want to do is have a meditation practice. Meditating can look like walking, painting, sitting outside in nature, and it can also look like sitting there with your thoughts. So, meditation, once those thoughts start to come up, it's important to just not follow the thoughts of fear. And this doesn't mean controlling your thoughts, it means sitting back and observing your thoughts. There are many different ways that we can tap into these meditative states and just start visualizing the outcome that we want. I will be launching some more guides to help you guys with that as well. Number 4 is creating habits and keeping the promises that you make to yourself. It is really important to keep the promises that we make to ourselves because that is what builds self trust. And trust is what builds confidence and is going to give you the ability to continue to overcome your fears. So, we're going to take that aligned action, we're going to pair it with affirmations, we're going to journal about it and recognize all of the times we have already overcome our fears. And then we are going to build a consistent habit out of it. And this will feel hard at first, but just like any other habit we're trying to build, you continue and you will grow and it will become just an unconscious, natural habit that is in your life. And number 5 is a reminder that you do not have to compare yourself to anyone and you do not have to judge yourself along the way. Just because you think your fear might be trivial or other people don't have to deal with it and you just want to hide it away, I encourage you to just face your fears and start with the small fears because then you can move on and progress and tackle those larger fears that you have and you can sit with them and then you can create a space for yourself that feels easy, that feels peaceful. If you've ever wanted to create a life of ease for yourself, tackling those small fears and then tackling those big fears is the way to go. And remember, you are tackling these fears to prove it to yourself. You do not have to prove it to anyone. You don't have anything that you have to show for others. This is for you. So I encourage you to take one small step today. Thank you so much for listening. And if you found value in today's video, please share it with a friend who might like it too. And remember, be the light, be the change. It all starts with you. Just keep going. You've got this. Bye.